Solution. I'm Mary Trimble and I'm here to give you your readings for this week for the March the 5th through March the 11th. And there's a lot going on astrologically, so I wanted to do a little report first. These readings are for your sun, moon and rising, so if you want to check out the other videos, there'll be links in the show more section below. Now, if you're checking out a couple of them, I will put the time that you can skip this report so you don't have to look at it every single time you check the video, a different video. So anyway, it's very exciting this week, right? Because we have two planets moving into Aries. Now, they're moving from Pisces into Aries. Now, Pisces is the last zodiac sign, and it has a little bit of everyone in it, every other sign in it. And it's like winter, right? And when we move into Aries, Aries is the beginning of the astrological year. It's like spring has finally sprung. Now, even though the sun is still in Pisces, we're going to have Mercury, the planet of thought, intellect, communication, is going to move into Aries on Tuesday, I believe it is, Tuesday the 6th, 5th or 6th, around there. And Venus is going to join Mercury. And Venus is the planet of love, finances. So we're going to feel kind of spring-like, like a new beginning. Before it actually happens, we're going to have that feeling of new beginnings. It's going to be a lovely feeling, and it's interesting because Venus has been very happy in Pisces. Pisces is very spiritual and sensual and loving, and it's, you know, Venus can spread its wings. And then when Venus moves into Aries, it's very kind of in the moment, you know, passionate, yes, maybe one night stands, yes, maybe not, you know, long-term relationships, but definitely fun and passionate and interesting. So she was soft and sensuous in Pisces, and she's going to be coquettish in Aries, so it'll be an interesting feelings, and we're definitely going to feel that. Now, on the 8th, we have Jupiter, the planet of expansion, philosophy, deep thoughts and abundance, and also on the shadow side of that, overindulgence and overdoing things. So that's moving retrograde on the 8th. Now, what's interesting about, it's a very slow moving planet, so it's almost subtle. We will feel a change, but we kind of won't be able to put our finger on it. But it's definitely important to think about what we're expanding, where we're going. This is kind of, because Jupiter's about kind of the whole, the planet globally. And Jupiter is in Scorpio right now. So it's interesting, whenever a planet goes retrograde, the zodiac sign that it's in is kind of amplified. So Scorpio is about sexuality, it's about secrets, it's about deep things. And Jupiter, when that goes back, we may have a new resurgence globally about all these secrets coming out. You know, it's also about empowerment, so we might have more like Me Too movement. So we might see a lot of, you know, power, the abuse of power. So we might see some secrets coming up again, you know. And so that's something that we can look out for. But for ourselves, we need to look inside, and we need to, you know, think about how, what secrets are we keeping? Well, how can we take back our power? You know, what is going on with us that we need to kind of you know, look at those things. So always when a planet goes retrograde, it's really good to look at where we stand with those qualities. On the 11th, Mercury is going into a challenging aspect to Saturn. Mercury is the planet of thought and communication, intellect, and Saturn is the planet of restriction, boundaries, and sometimes they say accidents, right? This can be kind of a mentally frustrating, challenging time. So if we're aware of that, we might feel it a couple of days before, we might feel it a couple of days afterwards. We can observe it and say, ah, that's where that's coming from, and not react to it. Now, at the same time, which is, I'm sorry, I'm looking at my notes because, you know, my mind is not what it used to be. Yeah, we have Mars at the very same time, we have Mars moving into a positive aspect. Mars in Sagittarius actually is moving into a positive aspect to Uranus. So this can mean sudden things are going to move forward, right? Because it's very fiery. Sagittarius is a fire sign. Aries is a fire sign, so we're going to feel that, you know, things are going to kind of move fast. So I think it's going to kind of offset that frustration mental thing that's going on, because maybe we're frustrated because we can't get everything done because everything's moving so fast. And, you know, Uranus is the planet of sudden happenings, surprises. So I think, and you know, Mars is the planet of action and, you know, moving forward. So things are definitely moving forward fast this week. So I think that might be a good thing. So much is happening astrologically this week. It's kind of exciting energy, a lot of fiery kind of spring energy. That's why I decided to wear a lot of colour this week. Anyway, let's go to the cards. Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to your reading for March the 5th through March the 11th. And this is a general reading. If you'd like a personal reading, the information will be in the Show More section below, and so will the other videos, links to the other videos, the sun, if you know your sun, moon, and rising. Now, your first card is the Six of Wands, a very auspicious card. This is like being publicly recognized, accolades. It's like public recognition. It's a wonderful celebration of a job well done or some kind of end to some project. This is a wonderful card. Now, clarifying it, it's interesting. Clarifying it is the Prince of Summer, right? This is kind of, you could fall in love really quickly with someone. If you're already in a relationship, that could bring it to another level, more meaningful, a much deeper connection with someone. I mean, it could be a connection with a friend, but I have a feeling this is almost you're being swept off your feet somehow. Maybe it's the excitement it's an emotional feeling of elation. So that's what you have. You have an emotional feeling of elation, and it could be a connection to somebody that knew, you know, a quick falling in love for some of you, definitely, Capricorn. Those of you who are single. Now, then you've also got the Ace of Autumn here. And this is like money coming to you. So I have a feeling, look, this can be as simple as finding money in your pocket that you didn't know was there, you know, in your handbag, in your wallet, whatever. It could be, you know, it's money. This is money coming to you some way. It's kind of springing out of nowhere. It could be a lottery ticket. It could be, you know, it could be insurance that comes in. It's something that you weren't expecting. It's extra money comes in for you this week. And definitely is a reason to celebrate, right? Now, the next card you've got is the Chariot, darling. This indicates, I always think of focus when I see this card, focus and balance. This card comes into a reading when it's been a very difficult time for you, Capricorn. I believe you have had a difficult time in the last year for sure. So this is saying, listen, you're coming out of it triumphant. It's been hard work. It's been determination. It's been focused. It's been balancing different energies, the yin, the yang, you know, the good, the bad, you know. This is like opposing forces, and you have expertly navigated through those with that energy and laser focus. So when this comes in, I always say that this means that you really have to be in the moment, focus on what's going on right now in front of you. Don't take your eye off the ball, because this is really triumphant. This is a really good ending, happy ending kind of thing, you know. It's like a reason to celebrate. This is, then you've got the King of Autumn, right? So this is manifesting. Look, this guy loves luxury and abundance, but guess what? He worked really hard to get here, and that's what I'm getting. You have worked really hard. Guess what? You're getting paid. You've worked really hard, Capricorn. It's been a very difficult year, if not 2 years. But your hard work, determination is paying off. You're getting it. You're getting paid. Everything is going to go your way now. I feel that the road has cleared. All the blocks have cleared and things are moving really fast. So things are really looking up. Now, the next card that you have is the Seven of Wands, right? And this is kind of indicative of what's going on astrologically this week, because we have some aspects that can kind of make us a little frustrated mentally and make us want to kind of lash out. And this is like choose your battles, but definitely engage. But from a higher perspective, right? A diplomatic way of handling something, a creative way, thinking outside the box. Don't be peer pressured. Sometimes this is about hearing other people's opinions and taking them into consideration, so that, you know, it's definitely about the team. You don't have to take everyone's opinion. If you are a boss, somebody gives you an opinion, just let them know that their opinion is valued and that you will consider it, right? Clarifying that is like the Eight of Summer. It's almost like it's the desire to have a more meaningful life. It's being a little discontented with what's going on, and it's about moving on. And this is kind of an emotional, spiritual. You're moving on from... some battles aren't worth fighting is what I got. So I think you have to be discerning on how it's about how you handle this situation too. It's about being creative, and sometimes we just need to move on, right? So this might be the same kind of thing that's been repeating itself for you with this same kind of issue, right? So you might be having the same fight over and over again, you know, and it could be with a partner, a romantic partner, it could be with a business partner, it could be with people at work. This is telling you that, look, the fairy is leaving. She's got a bag packed. She's deciding to go. She's going, she's got her power. She's taking her power. She's owning it, and she's moving on. She's not going to be put in a corner to where she has to move on. She's choosing to move on. So I feel that there's a situation, you know, in your life that you've got to move on from. Now, it could be that you want a more deeper spiritual meaning, and you can choose to get a mentor or something like that. But whatever it is, it's about making a major change in your life. Changes are coming. Be prepared for them, and take charge. Be a champion for change. Don't be the victim of change. That's what I wanted to say. So, you know, be the champion for change, you know, the chariot. Things are going to be okay with you, but you have to move on from whatever it is that's not working for you. Drop whatever's not working for you and move on. So Capricorn, thank you so much for tuning in. If this resonated with you, please give me a thumbs up, like my video, share it on social media, on your social media platforms, and subscribe if you haven't already. And please comment. I read all the comments. I've started a Patreon page, and you know, if you want to support me, please visit my page. There'll be links all over the place in the show more section below. Also on the video at the end around here, you can press the little square and it'll take you to my page, or on my channel. On my channel in the art, there's a link there to the Patreon page. Please check it out. You know, for as little as $2 a month, you can patronize me. And you know, if you can't do that, just check it out anyway, and it doesn't cost anything, and that's okay too. If all you can do is watch the video, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. So thank you so much for tuning in. Mwah. I love you all, and I'll see you next week. To inquire about or purchase any of Mary's services, please email Mary at liveinthesolution.com.